180 millimeters. Doesn't sound like a lot. That's like that much. It isn't a lot, but it does mean everything in the world of the S Class, because that is the difference between the ordinary long wheelbase S Class and the Maybach S Class. So this is the facelifted Maybach updated for 2026, and as always with Maybach, the difference is all in the details. So by now you'd probably already have seen the new facelifted 2026 S Class, but the Maybach takes things a little bit further. As with that car, you get a 20% larger grille, but you get the signature Maybach waterfall vertical slats, as always finished in chrome. Yes, the grille is illuminated, so is the Mercedes logo, but the grille also has Maybach written on it in chrome, which is also illuminated. Down here, the lower air intakes, much like the SL and other Maybachs, has the Maybach logo upside down and straight up, many of them in the air dam. Whether you like it or not, tell us down in the comments. And of course, the headlamps have been updated too. They too have the new tri-arrow signature in the headlamp, but the difference is here they're far subtler, and instead of the bright blue lighting on the accents, they have rose gold with an illuminated Maybach logo. Now, wheels are something you might not think a Maybach owner puts a lot of stock into, but Mercedes sure has. And with this latest Maybach, they've used a new technology that allows them to make these forged wheels with a lot more precision and detail. These are 20 inches, a set of 21s as well. And yes, in this beautiful chrome finish, they really work with the Maybach look. And most of all, for all forged wheels with the Maybach, you get a rotating logo that always stays the right way up. Now, as before, you get the option of various dual tone paint finishes. That's kind of a Maybach signature. And you also get the option of the Maybach pinstripe here in the contrast color. New though is that the Maybach logo on the C-pillar is illuminated this time around. But yeah, that just all adds to the drama and the techie look of the new Maybach. And further around the rear, yeah, it starts to look quite similar in that you do get Maybach instead of Mercedes written on the left. You get the new tri-arrow design. And over here it says S680 in the Maybach script. But there's a bit of bad news for V12 lovers. S680 no longer refers to a 12-cylinder engine. I know, it is now a higher output 612 horsepower version of the V8. There's no word yet if the 12-cylinder will come back, but fingers crossed that it does. And guess what? Since the time that we filmed this all the way back in November last year, they've changed their mind and brought back the V12. Which confusingly is also called the S680. Anyway, there's also the less powerful V8, the S580, which now makes 537 horsepower, and the plug-in hybrid S580e, which combines a 3-litre straight-six engine with electric motors for a bumped-up total of 585 horsepower. But there's a catch, as the V12 is only going to be available in select markets, most likely the US and the Middle East, with India unlikely to be on the cards. Whichever powertrain you choose, you can be assured of exceptional refinement, which is important when you're cocooned in the back. The real benefit of that seemingly measly 180 millimeters is to be found right here in the rear cabin of the Maybach, because that is truly where you get your money's worth and where you can really stretch out like a king. If the regular S Class was business class, this is certainly first class experience. And even from there, thanks to manufacture, which is the individualization program of Mercedes-Benz and Maybach, you can take things to a whole different level. This car, for instance, has the extended leather package, which means leather all the way up to the ceiling, including on the grab handles. And it even extends the color of, it's a new brown color, by the way. It's not the same brown we've seen before. It extends it all the way to the floor. Ordinarily, the floors might have been a black or a darker color, but nope, everything is brown here. It's a new extension package that you can get with your Maybach. It's also beautifully adorned. You can tell a Maybach's cross-stitching is double stitch, while an S Class is a single stitch. That's a little trivia piece for you there. And of course, illumination all over the place in terms of ambient lighting. In the Maybach, of course, it extends to the back of the front seat too. The new MBOS package has extended to the Maybach S Class as well, of course. But with the Maybach, you get your own dedicated Maybach theme. It's a different set of colors, and it's just a little bit classier and more subtle than what you get in the standard S Class. Of course, this being the twin cabin setup with the fixed center console, you get other things like a champagne flute holder and heated and cooled cup holders as well. And as with the S Class, the rear seats are now controlled by this handy little mobile phone looking device over here. Seats, well, what can I say that hasn't already been said? Heated, cooled, massaging, the works. But more than anything else, it's the ability to stretch out almost completely flat that sets this apart even from the already opulent standard S Class. This car even has a greater degree of recline. Where the S Class is something like 35 or 38 degrees of rear seat recline, this one goes up to 42 or 43 degrees, and that really feels like you're in a first class cabin. Finally, yeah, the doors of a Maybach S Class are servoed and can power open or shut either from this switch here or from any of the touchscreens. Your chauffeur can do it for you too. Just letting everybody know that real luxury is not having to lift a finger. Up front, all the changes lavished on the standard S Class have come to the Maybach too. That mainly means that the wood and leather dashboard has been replaced by a glass panel with 3 screens underneath it. But more significantly, that the car has been upgraded to the new high-tech NVIDIA-based E&E architecture. This means slicker graphics, sharper responses, and oh yes, lots and lots of AI integration. The Maybach version, as before, gets its own unique theme and graphics, as well as its own Maybach drive mode. There are even more manufacturer personalization options this time around, including a first for Maybach, a leather-free interior option. Also returning for 2026 is the Maybach S Class Night Series, and as before, things are largely the same, just a little bit darker. For instance, all the chrome has been replaced with dark chrome, and you still get these rather funky looking alloy wheels with loads and loads of Maybach logos in them. Is that your sort of thing? Personally, it's not mine, but let us know down in the comments. Now, you know what they say, there's always a bigger fish. And in the already opulent world of the Mercedes S Class, that bigger fish, quite literally, is the Maybach S Class. Now yes, we're going to miss the V12 engine, and I hope they find a way to bring it back. But even without it, through technology, what Mercedes has done has made this a bigger, more comfortable, more refined way to arrive and show that you've arrived. Speaking of arrivals, the facelifted Maybach S Class is expected to follow sometime after the facelifted S Class, and we expect it to be launched in the first half of 2027. As is the case today, it will likely be assembled at the brand's plant in Chakan, Maharashtra, and prices are expected to go up slightly, which should push the limousine past the 3 crore rupee mark. This is, of course, for the V8 version, which is the more popular variant here in India. However, a question mark still hangs over the V12, which has been a more exclusive indulgence for those who could afford the much higher price tag of the CBU import. If Mercedes does make a right-hand drive version this time around, I'm sure it can be brought over as a CBU once again. But if they don't, then that may be the last we ever see of the fabled M279 V12 engine. But what do you think of the updated Maybach S Class limousine? Does the tech do the talking, or does it simply not matter for the chauffeur driven? Let us know down in the comments below.